Should I buy a house in a seller's market? What people are feeling in their heart when they ask this is, I don't want to overpay for a home, or basically, I want to ensure that I'm not making an unwise purchase. Very valid things to consider. So a seller's market is when you got a lot of people that want to buy a home, but there are not a lot of homes for sale, so prices are a little bit higher. The answer that I always tell people is you can always buy a great deal and you can always buy a terrible deal, no matter what the market looks like. So the wise question really becomes, what are the characteristics of a good deal? The good news is you can buy a good deal in any market. Here are 3 things for you to consider when looking for a good deal. Number 1, buying a home with room for improvements. This is huge. Regardless if the state of the market is causing properties to sell for $10,000 more or less than average, by buying something that has room for improvement gives you opportunity to force the value of the home up and increase the chances of protecting that equity margin that you're seeking in your real estate purchase. This is an awesome way to feel great about your investment in a seller's market. Number 2, buying a scarce resource. Single family residences between 250 and 350,000. People aren't really building these anymore, so the supply is somewhat fixed. It's one reason there's such a demand for these types of homes now, and one of the reasons there will probably continue to be demand for them into the future, especially when they're either in or near the cities. Should the market change, these homes are typically the last to go down in value for this reason. So if we ever did begin to naturally shift into more of a buyer's market, it's possible that the prices of these homes may not change as much as you'd imagine. If you're buying a home in this price range, in or near the cities, you may already be protecting yourself more than you think because it is a scarce resource. The third thing that can be helpful to consider when determining if a particular home is a good deal for you or not is identifying how much money you'll save by paying a mortgage versus paying rent where you currently live. Buying any investment is a risk, but I don't think people give themselves enough credit for already budgeting for about a $10,000 loss every year just from paying rent. So while there are potential costs and risk with buying anything, there's actually a guaranteed risk or cost that's associated with waiting 1, 2, 3, 4 years for prices to go down across the market. And that cost is whatever you pay in rent annually. And paying a mortgage, on the other hand, lots of people can pay down about $30,000 to $40,000 on their home in the first 5 years just from following their monthly mortgage payment, which is all recoupable money when you go to sell that home. This is one of the powerful things about buying real estate that anyone has access to. Remember, a home is often regarded as an investment vehicle, but it's not just that. It's also a space to live. I don't mean to be facetious when I say this, but certain things that can be fostered inside the environment of a home are somewhat priceless. Raising a family, freedom, privacy, the ability to host people, things like this. Finances are a big part of buying a home, but they're not the only thing in my opinion. Bottom line, no matter what the market looks like, you can always buy a good deal, you can always buy a bad deal, so you can rest easy knowing that if buying a home is a goal that you have for yourself in the upcoming year, you can buy a good deal in any market. Thanks.